Hello and welcome. I'm Fadwa Smoo. This is The Insight. This programme deals with the development of the ethnic minority living in Ireland. Today we're going to be joined with some of the members from the ethnic minority group. So first I'd like to introduce two girls from the Arab community that have been brought up here in Ireland. How are you, Iman?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm just going to get a little bit from your background now, okay?
Yeah, okay.
So when did you come to Ireland?
Well, actually I was born here. Just my parents have been living here for about 26 years, so I was just born here, yeah.
So you didn't have a choice in the matter?
Yeah, I didn't have a choice of being here.
Yeah. How about yourself, Noor?
Well, I was born in Portugal and I grew up in America for 4 years of my life after the age of 7. And we moved to Ireland. Me and my parents had to move because my parents moved there, so I didn't really have a choice either. My parents, they wanted to go to England, but my cousins advised us to come to Ireland instead, so it was better.
Do you like Ireland?
It's okay, it's an okay
nice,
country.
Yeah,
yes.
it's a nice country.
You have to say that, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Was there any other opportunity to go to any other country rather than Ireland?
Well, like I said, my parents, they had a choice whether they wanted to go to England, but my mom chose Ireland instead because loads of people were telling her that Ireland was better to live in, you know? So yeah, came here.
So what do you do here? Are you studying? Are you working?
Yeah, we're both students, yeah.
Both students in Tala IT.
Tala IT. What do you study, Noor?
I study tourism and hospitality.
Very good. And how
I
about you?
study accounting.
Accounting. Very good.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, there's a big, wide mixture in the classes, isn't there?
Yeah.
You've got your ethnic backgrounds. You have your Irish groups as well.
Yeah.
Do you find it hard to mix within the Irish groups?
Well, I don't really find it that hard. Like, people, they kind of welcome you and they see you as one of them. So I don't really find it hard mixing in with other people in class.
How about
I
yourself?
think Irish people in general are very nice people. I have to say, welcoming other people from different countries into their own country, you'd get the random person that wouldn't treat you as well as other people would, but in general they're very nice people. You're very welcome in this country.
Now, looking around in the classes, do you notice that the groups kind of become, you've got your ethnic groups here, you have your Irish groups there, or do you feel that they gel in together at all?
I think they gel in together.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, I think because in my class there's a few people who are from abroad and they usually mix in with other people, with Irish people, unless they don't want to, you know.
It's much different in college, than
it's not
compared to primary school.
Yeah, and it's not like the Irish people don't want to mix it. There's people who just don't mix in with other people, and I think it's just that they just don't feel comfortable. It's not that the Irish people don't want them to, because I can mix in with them pretty well. Do you know what I mean?
We're very outgoing people.
Yeah.
You know.
So
Do you feel like the social life is different from the Irish community rather to the Arab community?
Yeah.
Very different. Very, very different. I think Arabs, on a normal day out, would be going out to town, having a laugh, going to a cafe, eating something. But Irish people, I think they need a lot more, as in drinking.
Yeah.
I think drinking's the main thing.
Yeah, we can't really go
We can't do that,
clubbing
of course,
or
yeah.
whatever, you know. So it's kind of hard for us. That's one of the reasons that we don't really
Mix in with
It's
Irish
not that
people.
we don't mix. It's not we don't really go as far as going out with them, going clubbing or whatever. It's usually just kept in college, you know. Because when we go out college, we can't do half the stuff they do, which it's really hard for us to, you know. We feel kind of like we're left out of the group or whatever. So that's why it's easier for us to just mix in with our own, Arabs or whatever, Muslims.
So, how old are you, Noor?
I'm 17 years old.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
Okay, so you're a young adult at the moment, okay. So give me an example of a Saturday. What would you do on a Saturday?
On a Saturday, well, if it was a nice day, we'd go to the park. We'd probably stay there all day. It's nice weather. You don't usually get that in Ireland, you know. If it's rainy days, we'd go to the cinema, maybe get something to eat, go to a cafe, you know. Kind of routine happens every Saturday, you know.
Yeah, there's not really that much for us to do here.
Yeah.
There's either go here or go there. There's not really
Not much of a social life, you know.
Yeah.
Do you think that's just for the Arabs or for all youth?
I think it's for most youth,
Normal-
unless for people over 18 or whatever, they can go clubbing, they can do whatever. But for people under, there's not that much for them to do.
I think the main fun on Saturday nights and Friday nights is clubbing and drinking.
clubbing and
so
drinking.
We don't really do that.
And people who are under 18 and who can't do that, I think it's really hard for them. They don't really know what to do. That's why they kind of do, like, there's a lot of underage drinking and stuff like that in Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you've been here for like such a long time. Is there any time where you felt like you lost your identity as an Arab at all?
Well, physically, I don't really think that I've lost my identity, because people see me as like a Muslim with my scarf on. But like mentally, sometimes you kind of tend to think that you're Irish or something, you know. But like, and you kind of forget your Arab roots, or you kind of forget that you can't be doing this or you can't be doing that, you know. But mostly, it's okay.
Yeah, I think physically, I very Westernized, not very Arab in the way I dress. I think it's just a scarf that's Arab. Mentally, as well. Mentally, I'm more European. Obviously, if you get a youth from an Arab country, they're very different minded, you know. The way they treat their parents is much more respectfully than we do, you know. I think it has an effect on you living in the West.
Yeah, it has a big effect on people. Like, even when I go back to my own, like, to Sudan, like, people see me, like, even when I like talk or whatever, I'm really different to them.
Yeah.
It's just the way I think, it's much different. It's because I've grown up here, and this is the way they think. So I've kind of grown to think the same way as people in Ireland think, and not as in like Africa or whatever.
Are you treated different when you go back home?
Yeah, I'm seen as different. I'm definitely seen as different. Definitely seen as with clothes, with the way I talk, the hint of English accent in my Arab language, you know?
Yeah.
You're definitely seen as different, definitely.
Would you think you could never pack up your bags and just go back to your home country?
Well, I'd really hope to. I'd love to go.
So girls, can you see yourselves moving back home and living back home?
Well, I'd love to. Like, I'd love to go back and live in Sudan, but I think I'd feel really different because I've grown up in Ireland, and the way I think is much more different to the way that people in Sudan think. But I think that it'd be really, really difficult, but I'd love to try anyways, you know?
I don't think I could move back anytime soon. Maybe when I'm a bit older, around my 30s, 35, you know? But for now, my mentality is very different. It's very, like, I'm very used to my life. And the rules here are different than the rules over there, you know?
Do you think back home is actually going to become the way Ireland is at the moment?
I think so.
Yeah, well,
I really think so.
Yeah.
Because everything, like, now is getting really Western, like, everything, everywhere. Like, so
Like, I'm from Morocco, like, one of the most touristic countries, you know? So, like, it's very, very Westernized. It's just kind of more like my family's mentality that I wouldn't want to follow by right now exactly. Maybe when I'm older I would, but right now I'm used to my life here. I wouldn't want to change it, you know?
Thank you so much, girls, for coming in.
Thank
You've
you
been
very
really,
much.
really good.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, girls. Now we're actually going to be joined from two of the fellas from the younger generation now as well. Arab community too. Thank you. We're now joined with two of the guys from the Arab community that have been living here in Ireland for the past couple of years, okay? So we have Yusuf and Mohammed. Thank you so much for coming in, guys. So I just want to get a little bit from your background, okay? So Yusuf, when did you come here?
I came here when I was 7. I was born in London. I moved here when I was 7 and I've been living here ever since.
How about yourself, Mohammed?
I came here when I was young, about 1 year, and came to Northern Ireland, then came to Republic of Ireland, Dublin, when I was about 7 or 8 years old, and I've been here ever since as well.
Do you guys like living in Ireland?
It's alright, yeah, it's good.
It's alright, but the weather sucks.
And if you had an opportunity to move somewhere else, which country would you choose to go to?
I'd probably go back home to Tunisia if I had the choice.
Bahamas.
The Bahamas, right?
Yeah.
That's far different from Ireland, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very good. So you guys came to Ireland. You've been brought up here. Did you notice there's any changes in Ireland within the past couple of years, infrastructure-wise, transport?
Well, with the recession and all that, like,
just changes in Ireland in general. Like, do you see that there's transport systems that changes, buildings are different? Do you think they're going forward or backwards?
Of course, forward. Like, there's a lot more transportation than there was years ago. The Lewis, that, it's pretty good.
Excellent. So now I know that you guys play sport. All right. So what sports do you play?